Hi there, I'm Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be my arrangement of the song Red Swan from Attack on Titan. So if you want to hear what it sounds like all the way through, go and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description down below. I'll also put a card above. So have a listen so you know what it's supposed to sound like. And then in this video I'm going to teach you how to play it. Just before I do though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comment section including any songs you want to learn. And if you love what I'm doing and you want to print the tabs off for this, I'll put it on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link in the description. My guitar's in standard tuning and we've got 6 lines that we need to learn. The first line sounds like this. So for that we're playing E1 and E1 nearest to the floor at the same time. And then take the one off the string nearest to the floor and play the open E, E3, and then E1. So the first 2 bars you got. Into the next bar we play the open A string with E1 and B1 at the same time. Then open E, E3, then E1. Bars 3 and 4 together then go. Bar number 5 we've got E1 nearest to the floor and then A1. And if you want to you can add the B3 at the same time. If you struggle to get that B3, don't worry about it, you can play it without that. And then you've got the E, then E3 and E1. So bars 5 and 6 go. Then in bar 7 we've got A1 again, E1 again, but this time we've got to hit fret 2 on the B string. Then open E, A1 and then G3 twice. So the whole line goes. On to the second line and we've got bar 9, which is E1, and then you've got D3 and G3 all at the same time, and then you move to G2 for 2 hits, so it goes. Then into the next bar, bar 10, you play the E1. Don't play the notes in the brackets, they're just held on. And then it goes G2, G, and then D3. So bars 9 and 10 together go. And then in bar 11 we've got open A string with D2 and G2. That's all we're playing in the bar. And then into bar 12 we play the A string on its own. And then 2 G2s. So bars 11 and 12 go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then in bar 13 we've got this chord. It's a bit tricky. We've got the first finger on G3, third finger on A5, and little finger on E6. Then we play fret G2 and then G. So it goes. Then play the E6 on its own. Then another G2, and then it goes to minor. So we play our same on the E string, E6, A4, so that's where it's changed, A4, and G3 at the same time. Then G2, and then G, E6, and then we play D3, G, and G2. So let's just play bars 13, 14, 15, and 16. We've got. So the whole line together goes. On onto the next line, bar 17, we're just holding an F triad. So E1, G2 and D3 at the same time. Then into the next bar, bar 18, you play the E1. Then on the G string it's going to go 2, 2, 3, 5, 3. So a little slide from 5 to 3. So it goes. And then this A5 chord in bar 19, which is just A, D2 and G2. Open A. Then 2 G2s. And then this is the same as what was on the previous line. With a slight variation. So bar 21, you've got this same B flat triad, which is 6 on the E string, 5 on the A string, and G3. Then goes G2 and then G. Into bar 22, you play the E6, and then 2 G2s, and then the sort of the B flat minor. So you got 6 on the E string, 4 on the A string, and 3 on the G string. And then bar 24, we play A1, E1, and B2 at the same time. Then add your little finger and play the E3 with the B2. So it goes. So let's try the whole of that line. Here we go. And then we get on to the next line, which is very similar to the first line. It goes. So we're going to play E1 with B1 and E1 nearest to the floor. Then open E. And then it's an option if you want to put the D3 in there. I did. I put D3, A, B1 and E3. Then it goes to E1. Open A with E1 and B1. E, B1 and E3 at the same time. And then E1. And then the next bar. Again, like we did on the first, you could get rid of the B3 if you wanted to, with A1 and E1. Then open E. E3 and B3 at the same time, and then E1, bar 31, got A1, E1 and B2, then E, then fret 1, and then, which is E1, 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 E3. So I think that line's relatively straightforward. Let's try that line slowly. Here we go. Second last line, we're on bar 33. You got, which is my first finger barred across all the strings on the first fret. I'm using my second finger on G2, little finger on E3, sorry, and play the E string, the G, the B, and the E strings. Then it plays E1, another E1, and then open E, 2 E1s, an E, and then B3. Into this A minor chord in bar 35, which is open A, G2, B1 and E all at the same time. Then open A, E1, E3, A1 with E3 and B3, 2 E1s, into the next bar, E1, B3, E, E1, and then does this B flat minor chord, which is your first finger barred from the A string at the first fret, second finger on B2, and third or fourth fingers on G3. Then another E1, and in the last bar of that line, which is A1, B2 and E3, then another E3. So let's play the whole of the line. And the last line, massive stretch here. We're going to go, it's the same chord that we started the previous line on. Then go up to E5. If you can, hold down E1 at the same time, so it goes. Then E1, and then on the E string goes 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 1. So the first two bars go. Then I'm playing open A string with E5, B5 and G5. Then open A, 2 E5. Then bar across all the strings on the 6th fret and put your finger on G7. Then B10, B8, another E6 in the next bar, then B10, then go flat with your first finger on all the strings on the 6th fret in bar 47, then B10, and then B8, E6, B8, B6, B8, and then E1 and E3 and then E1. So that last line goes. And that's the whole song. So if you want to hear it all the way through, I've done a cover version, go and check that out. I'll leave a link in the description. And if you want to print the tabs off for this, I'll put it on my Patreon page. It'll be much easier for you to follow if it's printed off or you've got the whole thing on the screen. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed that little guitar lesson. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, it really does help me out. Give me a like on the video. Leave me some comments in the comment section, including any songs you want to learn. Where in the world you're from. It's really interesting for me to hear you guys like around the world watching these videos. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, let me know where in the world you're from and what you thought of the video and any song requests. Don't forget, if you love what I'm doing and you want to support me, keep me doing these videos. I've got a Patreon page. Any donations just really help support me. Thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier and I'll see you next time.